Top 10 Air Purifying Houseplants. The indoor pollutants that affect health are carbon monoxide, nitrogen oxides, formaldehyde, volatile organic compounds, benzene and trichloroethylene or TCE, airborne biological pollutants, pesticides and disinfectants, phenols, and radon. These pollutants contribute to sick building syndrome, which causes symptoms ranging from allergies, headaches, and fatigue through to nervous system disorders, cancer, and death. Through studies conducted by NASA, scientists have identified 50 houseplants that remove many of the pollutants and gases mentioned above. NASA, with assistance from the Associated Landscape Contractors of America, conducted a 2-year study directed by Dr. B.C. Wolverton, an environmental engineer from Picayune, Washington, and a research scientist for NASA for over 20 years. Dr. Wolverton's study of the interaction between plants and air found that houseplants, when placed in sealed chambers in the presence of specific chemicals, remove these chemicals from the chambers. He concluded that plants can clean pollutants in homes, offices, factories, and retail outlets. And here are the top 10 air purifying houseplants. 1. Peace lily, Spathiphyllum wallichii. Removes benzene, formaldehyde, trichoethylene, xylene, and toluene. Ammonia. The peace lily plant is very popular and easy enough for most growers to care for and maintain, which is one of the reasons it has become so favored. The simplistic look of the glossy leaves and fantastic white lily that sits above the foliage provides a minimalistic room with an added touch of simplicity. The peace lily gets top marks for removing toxins, according to the Clean Air study. Peace lilies are fairly easy plants to care for and maintain. They also look beautiful when they bloom, and the foliage is quite attractive. This species is available to purchase in many places, including DIY and garden centers. So in terms of removing air pollutants, this plant is one to have around the home. 2. Corn plant, Dracana fragans. Removes benzene, formaldehyde, xylene, and toluene. The Dracanae corn plant, botanical name Dracanae fragans Massingenea, is a well-known indoor plant which is grown in many homes and offices within the US, UK, and Europe. There are a few Dracanae fragans varieties that display different types of leaves, such as the Massingenea, Lindeni, and Victoria. The one with the common name corn plant or cornstalk is the Massingenea. Like many Dracanae houseplants, the corn plant is easy to care for, tolerating low lighting conditions well, and has low watering needs. An ornamental plant that looks great in many settings, including offices, large living rooms, or hallways. There are a few varieties that display different leaf color variations. 3. Spider plant, Chlorophytum comosum. Removes formaldehyde, xylene, and toluene. The spider plant is very popular and can be found in many homes or offices. Most people have owned or lived with one or many at some point. They are easy to care for types that grow quickly, making them a great beginner's plant. This is a plant we had many of within the house while growing up, some looking good and others looking quite shabby. When taken care of properly and pruned right, this popular houseplant looks great. Once it begins to mature, it produces lots of plantlets, small plants that can be propagated. 4. Mother-in-law's tongue, Sansevieria trifasciata. Removes benzene, formaldehyde, trichoethylene, xylene, and toluene. The mother-in-law tongue, also known as snake plant, is a flowering species, which is primarily grown for its slick, sword-like leaves. This is a slow-growing plant that anyone can grow because of its low and high sunlight tolerance and ease of watering. The mother-in-law's tongue is a very popular houseplant, grown for its striking, upright, sword-like leaves. It's easy to grow and makes a very good air-filtering plant. A grower must avoid overwatering a Sansevieria trifasciata, and cold temperature conditions become too much cold and watering can cause serious harm. This plant is flexible in terms of lighting and will tolerate low lighting conditions. 5. Barberton daisy, Gerbera jamesoni. Removes benzene, formaldehyde, and trichothiolene. Barberton daisy is the common name for the Gerbera jamesoni, also known as the Transvaal or Gerbera daisy. The large range of striking flower colors has enabled this flowering pot plant to become a popular houseplant choice for a number of years. An extremely attractive and popular flowering pot plant, which is a perennial but treated as an annual in temperate region indoors. Warm indoor temperatures and a good amount of sunlight helps encourage blooms to last longer. The flowers are so attractive they're used in wedding bouquets and for other decorative purposes, also known as the Transvaal or Gerbera daisy. 6. Boston fern, Nephrolepis exaltata. Removes formaldehyde, xylene, and toluene. The Boston fern is the most popular of all ferns grown indoors and has been found to be one of the easiest to care for and maintain. Compared to most other ferns you're going to find, this plant is a lot easier to care for in regards to light, humidity levels, and propagating. Ferns are not the easiest of plants to grow indoors because of their need for high humidity conditions. This plant, the Boston fern, is one of the easier species and very popular in temperate regions grown indoors. These are fantastic plants for displaying in a conservatory within hanging baskets or somewhere the plant's fronds can hang over. 7. Pygmy date palm, Phoenix robellini. Removes formaldehyde, xylene, and toluene. The pygmy date palm is an easy-to-care-for plant which displays very narrow, compared to other palms, arching leaflets. This feather-type species, P. robellini, is a slow-growing ornamental palm that's well adapted to growing indoors, unlike other phoenix plants from this genus. Indoors, they grow up to approximately 4 to 6 feet, which is quite a manageable size for most homes. Also known as the dwarf palm because of how small the Phoenix robellini grows in height, the trunk is an attractive feature that grows up to 6 inches in diameter, brown in color. The feather-type species is a slow-growing ornamental palm that's well adapted to growing indoors, unlike other phoenix plants. 8. Dragon tree, Dracana marginata. Removes benzene, formaldehyde, trichothiolene, xylene, and toluene. The Madagascar dragon tree is most definitely one of the easiest indoor plants to grow and maintain. Dracana marginata trees can grow up to 6 feet high indoors, and they're slow growing. Love this plant. It's so easy to care for and maintain and bounces back from neglect easily. It takes some years for a dragon tree to mature, unless it's purchased mature in height. There are a few varieties available, with the most popular being the red edge species. Worth having around the house for both decorative and air purifying purposes. 9. Weeping fig, Ficus benjamina. Removes formaldehyde, xylene, and toluene. The weeping fig is part of the ficus plant genus, scientific name F. benjamina. And tree-like in looks, with large arching branches and long pointed leaves. It looks attractive indoors, apart from leaves dropping. The benjamina is one of the most popular small indoor trees from this genus that grows quite slowly and needs a grower to take particular care for a few needs, lighting, watering, etc., which is fairly easy when you know how. The weeping fig is a favorite of many households, becoming a very popular ornamental plant. There are various sizes of this plant available, and many are grown as bonsai. This plant does not remove as many toxins as some of the above plants, as tested by NASA, but it removes some, and like all plants, is obviously good for the environment. 10. Areca palm, Dipsis lutscens. Removes formaldehyde, xylene, and toluene. The areca palm, also known as the butterfly and golden cane palm, is the most popular grown indoors from the Dipsis genus and easy to grow. Multiple cane-like stems grow from the root system and produce attractive arching fronds with quite narrow leaflets. Not many plants can beat palms at being an attractive focal point within a home or office. The areca is a cane plant with multiple stems growing from the soil and can be purchased about 5 feet tall, grown up to about 8 feet. This species is quite undemanding. The worst a grower can do to this plant is overwater it. A popular species from